absorb the sound from the gong, please follow me and rub your hands together quickly for a few seconds. Now hold them slightly apart. That vibration you feel is energy, which is also a form of sound. Quantum physics shows us that sound forms matter, and we're made of matter, the same matter that makes up our universe. Albert Einstein once said that everything in the universe is vibration. And if you really think about it and break down the word universe, it literally means one song. Well, today I'll be discussing the power of music and how we can heal ourselves emotionally, mentally, and physically with the use of sound. As we are vibratory beings, there are certain frequencies that can scientifically have a profound effect on our entire well-being down to the smallest cells in our bodies. Now, most of us enjoy music, but have you ever considered using music as a tool for stress reduction, health, and wellness? How about music's potential to transform the communities and our planet? I'm very grateful to be standing before you. In fact, I'm very grateful to be standing at all. Less than 5 years ago, I was in this helicopter filming aerials for a documentary, and without warning, we spun out of control, falling 500 feet from the sky. We crash-landed on this rooftop in Antigua, a small town in Guatemala, and as you can see, it was a miracle that all 4 of us survived. My lower back had burst on impact, my skull was split open, and my face cut up from the camera control. I spent the next month laying in a hospital bed, unable to move, in severe pain. I suffered from memory loss, weight gain, depression. I couldn't put on my own pants, go to the bathroom, or even shower without help. This gave me a lot of time to think about life and how grateful I am to be alive, and how often we take things like our mobility for granted. I questioned everything, including my purpose here. However, we don't always get the answers we're looking for right when we want them. Within 6 months of physical therapy, I made some huge strides. I started to walk without a walker. But my back was constantly in pain and always stiff. Until a year and a half later, my life completely changed, as if it hadn't changed enough. Let's just say I got it. One of my best friends took me to this event in the desert for a week called Burning Man. I had no idea what Burning Man was, but I'd been cooped up for so long that anything sounded fun to me, as long as they weren't going to burn a man or me. Well, Burning Man's this place they call home when you arrive, and yeah, it really is. The energy and the vibe here is incredible. I mean, seriously transformational. I could feel my body physically changing as my aches and pains, my weight and depression vanished throughout the week. Was it the music and dancing? Was it being in nature around this positive energy? There's something going on, and all I knew is I felt this legitimate sense of community and my energy completely shift. Well, each year at Burning Man, they build a temple, a sacred space. This year was a pyramid called the Temple of Holiness. And I remember walking near this pyramid. I felt the energy was incredible. It's known that pyramids are actually one of the strongest shapes in the world, and they have these vibrational properties that act as amplified receivers of energy. There will often be sound chambers built in many of the pyramids. Well, I was here meditating on sunrise, while meditating on my gratitude for life, that I had experienced something extremely profound. That life-changing moment, realizing I survived that crash for a reason. It was to inspire people with the message that music is the key, the actual secret to finding harmony and balance during the hardest times of our life. I thought, what a better way to inspire the world on a massive scale than create a documentary called Heartbeat. It's been a huge part of my life the last 4 years and a real labor of love. Personally, I've always loved music because it reached me on so many levels. But it wasn't until I actually felt the music so deeply in nature while dancing and had that epiphany in the pyramid that I began to search deeper and deeper into the roots of music. Did you know music is one of the oldest forms of spiritual medicine known to humanity? Since the dawn of time, nature, animals, and mankind have used music and sound to communicate, to connect, to bond, to alleviate stress, fatigue, and even illness. Shamans and sound healers will lead people through a journey of sounds with traditional instruments and songs. They'll often use drums, rattles, and didgeridoos to induce a trance while they chant icaros, which are songs passed down from the Great Spirit over thousands of generations. This is what the music and rhythms and frequencies do. They take us on a journey away from fear, away from distraction, away from anxiety. It's like meditation. Life is musical. Why? Because everything is vibration. Everything is constantly in motion. In fact, Pythagoras understood that all of the stars and planets are constantly in rhythm with each other, and they create this harmonic resonance as they move. He said the stars in heaven sing a music if only we had the ears to hear. Notice he's holding a pyramid. Plato said music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Nikola Tesla understood frequency and vibration on a whole nother level. He understood that we could harness the energy from our universe and our planet without destroying our own environment. Hence Tesla's cars and his quote, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Well, it's known that music enhances the dopamine production in our brains. It activates every single area of our brain. It increases our mobility, our memories, and our abilities to learn. And studies show that we live much healthier, happier lives when we learn to play an instrument or just listen to music we love often. We're surrounded by all types of music, noise, and sound every day throughout life, some good and some bad. But oddly enough, it starts before our birth. From the heartbeat in our mother's womb, to lullabies as a baby, songs in school, your car, your office, parties, concerts, music is everywhere. Religions incorporate chanting, choirs, and music as part of their religious ceremonies. And doctors use music during surgeries to calm their patients and staff, for MRIs and for ultrasound, and now non-invasive ultrasound, a way of shattering cancer. Yes, sound can shatter cancer. From my research, I have found there have been doctors over the last 100 years, like Royal Rife, that have been treating cancer with sound, and the results will leave you speechless. As I prepped for this talk, I watched a TEDx where Professor Anthony Holland and his team show the effects of shattering cancer cells with sound. They spent months and months testing on pancreatic and leukemia cells, and they were able to find specific oscillating frequencies that would shatter the cancer cells while leaving the healthy cells around it completely alone. He explains it to work much like an opera singer that can shatter a wine glass with his or her voice by matching the exact same frequency of the glass. I know it sounds like science fiction, but there will be a day when we can treat all types of illnesses and cancer by simply using sound and vibration. Now that you understand what a big impact music and sound can be on your health, and what a huge role it plays in our universe, I'm urging you to seek out different forms of sound therapy. There's nothing like being bathed in Tibetan bowls, frequencies, and gongs like the one I started with today. And for those that are housebound, check this out. This is a vibroacoustic sound lounge, which I use as often as I can. It's made with music that has healing frequencies that can transform your entire biofield and your brainwave states simply with vibration and sound. And this is something you've probably never seen before called SubPac. It's a wearable low-frequency device that you put on, and it's good for music therapy, it's made for sound engineering, and it's made for very cinematic experiences. And lastly, I recommend checking out this unique-looking dome called the Integratron. It was built on sacred ley lines in the 1950s and developed solely for sound healing. Try any of these forms of music therapy, and trust me, you'll feel the therapeutic effects. Music is medicine. I challenge you from now on to open up your awareness and tune in to the sounds around you. Try listening to music that you love often throughout the day and see how it shifts your moods through each soundscape. The universe is a symphony, and we are its instruments. May all of you find your rhythm, balance, and harmony in this orchestra we call life. Thank you.